Efforts to contain the fire at Richards Bay Woodchip plant are now entering a fourth day. The company's management company say the situation is still tense, but they also remain on high alert. Winds are said to be affecting all efforts to try to contain that blaze. Let's get your live update now. Ntando Mnyandu, once again, part of our team, back at the site for us, and he joins us now live. And as we speak, Ntando, I can see strong winds there that may, in some ways, complicate today's efforts.
Indeed, certainly it's a fight against wind and it's a fight against raging blazes here at NCT Woodchip plant. Now the fire, as you correctly put it, enters its fourth day, and the management of the firefighting personnel are having a field day trying to contain the fire. Now what is even more interesting is that wind keeps on taking different directions, making it difficult for them to fight from one angle. So as you can see, my colleague Gift penning towards Fosco, today you would see that the smoke is moving towards the ocean, away from Fosco. But what is happening inside Woodchip mill is that now the wind pushes the ember towards other, woodchip heaps that were, not so much in danger or in harm's way, but now we are seeing the fire, making its way, and it might spread to those heaps. But for now, it's still early. Fire personnel are on high alert. The management keeps on combing the area to ensure that their efforts are concentrated on risky zones here at this plant. But with me here, I have the general manager of NCT, Mr. Danny Knudsen, who will also brief us about their efforts overnight of what transpired as they were fighting the raging blaze. Danny, good morning, and tell us, since last night to this morning, what has been your efforts?
Okay, so obviously the teams worked all through the night. We had teams from Mondi, from the port, from Bell, from Mnyandu municipality, and their main efforts were to suppress the embers that were blowing onto the untouched piles. They were very successful with that. The wind was slightly in our favor last night. It didn't gust too much, but at 4 o'clock this morning, this stiff breeze that you feel now came through, and it has heightened the risk again for us. And as you rightly said, you can see that the wind has changed angle, but the pile at the back of TWK is at risk, and all our efforts now are to keep the embers at bay for that. Again, we must stress that we can't put this blaze out that you see across the road, and our efforts are containment and to stop it from spreading now, and we will wait for favorable winds when we can really make an impact on the fire. I must again commend the community for assisting. Last night we've had water tankers and food for all the crews, and it's been a fantastic experience to watch the community come together around this fire.
As you're saying that wind keeps on gusting in all directions, how does that make your efforts, hard?
It makes it difficult because the gusts will pick up more embers and they carry them further afield, and they will drop on the back end of the chip piles where it's sometimes difficult to reach, and we have to continuously patrol all the way around. It also affects the line of sight of the pilots and where they're putting down the suppressing retardants and the water. That's very important to us. So it hampers the pilots quite a lot, but we've been lucky to get the pilots up in the air quite early this morning. I think the first drop was well before 6 a.m. this morning, well before sunrise. So we're pleased about that as well. So last night went really well. We're happy that we have been able to contain the fire, not allow it to spread to any of the chip piles, and all efforts will be around that today.
Danny, you've got your personnel down on the ground assisting. They've been working around the clock. Any signs of fatigue? How are you, changing your shift and taking turns, because they've been at it since the fire broke?
That's correct, and just remember, it's not just my staff, NCT staff, but TWK, Bell, Mondi, Mnyandu municipality. So the crews are rotating out, and we're staggering them as much as possible to make it smooth. Right now, I'm waiting for new crews to come in from NCT to man the smaller fire trucks and get refreshments into them. and fresh bodies on there. So we have programs, we are working on shifts, and we're getting into a good routine of the shift changeovers as well.
Okay, finally, yesterday we saw John Ross Parkway being opened again to traffic. With the current wind, are there any, plans to close it again? Is the community and road users safe?
Very safe with these prevailing winds, and these winds that we see will sit here for about the rest of the week. But I am in touch with the city manager, and he has advised that he will take our call, and if we ask for the close of the roads, they will certainly do it within minutes. So we're good there.
Thank you very much, Danny. Well, that is Danny Knudsen, the General Manager of NCT Woodchip Mine. We'll keep you updated of what is unfolding here on the ground, but as things stand, the fight continues to put out and contain the fire. It's back to you in studio.
Ntando, Mnyandu, thanks very much indeed. Live to us there from Richards Bay as we continue watching that developing story. Once again, Ntando, we'll catch up with you throughout the rest of the morning.